dig in with Weta a little bit more because we're getting to know more about the participating locations for the upcoming restaurant. I'm getting as bad as you.
Yes,
Lexington Restaurant Week.
Okay, now, Chef Weta, if you don't mind telling us a little bit more about what we have, because of course, Lexington Restaurant Week is the 20th through the 30th, if I can remember correctly, and
That's
so
right.
we have roughly around 35, 38 participating restaurants. Tell us about some of the items that you've created, of course, for this wonderful time.
Well, from our group, we have Honeywood and Holly Hill Inn and Zim's all in Lexington Restaurant Week. And I brought with me today, it's, you know, all our stuff's local. That's what we're all about. And so we brought the Honeywood's watermelon salad. That's a Happy Jack's pumpkin patch, but really watermelon patch, slice of watermelon with lime juice, and these are little ground cherries. I don't know if you've all ever had a little ground cherry. They look like little, I'll bring one out later during the break, they look like little baby tomatillos. They're sweet, but they're relative of the tomato. And a little feta, lime, mint syrup, and this is their special Maker's Mark cocktail. Maker's Mark is one of the sponsors of Lexington Restaurant Week, and they did a special bourbon. All the restaurateurs got together down at the distillery, and they have this amazing program where you can mix all the woods up, and that is what got bottled for the Lexington Restaurant Week. And each restaurant, not just my restaurants, but every restaurant participating will have a special Maker's cocktail out of this bourbon that you can also buy. So this is our Honeywood, which is a beet and blackberry and strawberry shrub with this bourbon, a little bit of lemon juice. And this is from Holly Hill, we soaked local blueberries in vermouth. And so it's like a Manhattan. So those are local blueberries in the bottom. So it's the bourbon, a little bit of lemon juice, this berry vermouth, and a couple little dashes of bitters. And those are tarragon marigolds in there. And over here we have a bean Caesar salad. So a lot of times, right now is bean season. So if you love green beans, now is the time, people. They came in last week. They are at the farmer's market. They are so good. We also have all kinds of heirloom varieties, greasy beans. I mean, in Kentucky, we are so lucky to have the farming community that we have. Yes. And many seed savers have brought these generations of varieties of beans down through the generations. So we have some of those in there, plus tenderettes, our Caesar dressing, a sourdough crouton, soft-boiled egg, fried garlic, shaved manchego, preserved lemon, bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bing, bing. These are our first courses for Lexington Restaurant Week at Honeywood and at Holly Hill Inn.
So are you doing 3 or 4 courses?
Holly Hill is 4.
Okay.
Honeywood is 3. But Holly Hill is 4 because the first course is an amuse-bouche. I think everybody does 3, no matter where you go, no matter what restaurant you're in. It's a 3-course menu. Zim's is also doing 3. Okay. But at Holly Hill, we always have a little something.
I see. All right, now let's think about this for a second. I grew up in Eastern Kentucky, and when we would come to Lexington to eat, to doctor's appointment, whatever the case may have been, you know, school shopping, we did it up here a lot. We would go to just a chain restaurant. But because of Lexington Restaurant Week, it can show people out in the community, and the communities are away from Lexington. There are some great food, local choices around here.
In Kentucky, we have the best restaurant city in Kentucky here in Lexington. I'm sorry, Louisville. I love Louisville, but our Lexington independent operating community is second to none. And we have a huge variety of those kinds of restaurants. We have every age group represented. Later today, our guest is Debbie Long, who has owned Dudley's Restaurant for more than 35 years. She's my mentor. I feel like she's the queen of the Lexington cuisine scene. And to have her, she's kind of given rise to so many young chefs. I was one of them 30 years ago at Dudley. So I feel like we've had this long tradition in Lexington. We've had the Coach House, which has been torn down, National Restaurant Hall of Fame. Mr. Demas, who opened that restaurant, is still alive at 101 years old. Wow. I mean, we've had legacy in this city. Jericho started in Lexington. You may have eaten at a chain restaurant. You may have eaten at a Jerry's restaurant, a Long John Silver's. Those all started right here in Central Kentucky.
That's right, yeah.
So you were eating at a chain restaurant, but it was a homegrown. Think about Bluegrass Hospitality and the impact they have made with their Malones, celebrating 25 years.
And it's delicious. It's
delicious.
It is.
Tell me about Long John Silver's. Are you serious?
I am serious. Fazoli's, Long John Silver's, Jerry's Restaurants. They were all operated from right here in Lexington.
Headquarters for Fazoli's is still here, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, we do not play in this town.
I see, Chef Weeda.
When it comes to chefs and restaurateurs, we have the goods in Lexington.
We do.